What's up guys? Sean back with another video, and I kind of wanted to check out this brand new me because it just looked like some feel-good vibes, and losing 220 pounds saved my life. And as somebody who had the weight loss surgery and feels like it absolutely saved my life, like I'm kind of interested in seeing this woman's story. So yeah, let's just go ahead and check it on out.
I have been struggling and overweight my entire life. Growing up, I was kind of the fat girl trope. As a younger adult, I would go to work, and then when I got home, that's when my binge eating would start. At my heaviest, I weighed around 375 pounds. I felt very...
Which is like probably take one of my thighs and one of my arms, I would have probably been 375.
very insignificant. I felt very lost. I felt very lonely. I would always say, like, I want to lose weight and get healthier before I get pregnant. Unfortunately, I got pregnant unexpectedly. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. I was
Unexpectedly? What happened? Like, I knew how the hell that happened when I was in elementary school. The older kids made sure I knew of that, man. They were teaching me all kinds of wild stuff. I was like 8, and I would have told you what a BJ was. Like, I knew way too much, way too young, and maybe that's why my head's so permanently stuck in the gutter.
like, at this point, I know I need help. I had my bypass in January of 2018. Currently, I weigh between 155 pounds and 160 pounds.
My iPhone thinks that I'm like 6 different people in my phone, and I have to go through and tell them, no, that's me.
I feel like a completely different person. I feel like these steps were the steps I needed to get to the person that I was always supposed to be.
Look, there is nothing wrong with saying I am not the best version of myself. Like, you can still be yourself, be confident, love who you are as a person, but it's perfectly fine to say I'm not good enough as I am, and I want to change myself. And this lady obviously did that. She looks great, man. I couldn't be happier for this chick.
I have been struggling and overweight since before kindergarten. I remember 5 years old, I was told that I had weight issues. I was kind of the fat girl trope. I was a lonely kid. I didn't have a lot of friends. I stayed home a lot. And because of that, that's kind of what drove me to food. It was not necessarily...
I had a lot of friends up until about middle school when everybody decided that I was no longer cool because I was fat. And then those years were hell. And then it got to like high school and I was cool again because I kind of just stopped giving a damn. I stopped caring about what other people think. I acted out and I was just kind of more myself. So I get what she's saying. Kids can be brutal, but yeah, obviously like you're going to have to deal with some stuff when you're a kid growing up overweight.
necessarily eating unhealthily, but more eating just a lot. I would just eat double portions, binge eating, overdoing it. I would try to eat really well in the morning, but the problem was a lot of my overeating came from not being able to cope with my emotions. And so, I'd have a stressful day. And then by the end of the day, I would be going home and binge watching and binge eating. That cycle just perpetuated, and I actually gained a lot of weight really fast. I turned 19.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I think I would crush a whole box of Cosmic Brownies. I haven't had one of them in forever, but I would wake up for like breakfast before school as a kid, and my mom give me like 8 pieces of French toast. Like, I would just eat it all, drink like 2 giant cups of sweet tea. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't have been 600 pounds, honestly. I probably should have been closer to friggin' 8.
And moved in with my ex-husband, and within a year I gained another 100 pounds. I felt very insignificant. I felt very lost. I felt very lonely.
Do you know how many calories you would be eating on a day like that?
Ooh, I don't know specifically, but I know just off the top of my head it was over 3,000 at least. Now it's
3,000's probably a little generous there. And also, I guess your husband might have been a honey bun humper. He might have been into the whole, like, let's get some Ben and Jerry's all over them Yitties type thing. Like, you gained 100 pounds that quick. Buddy was definitely feeding you good. So he might have had a thing for big girls. Shit, he did have a thing for big girls. What am I talking about?
been so long that stuff like this is so sweet to me that I can't eat it anymore. Oh, I mean, it looks so good. I just can't believe that I would eat the whole thing. I had reached a really heavy point. Me and my ex-husband had talked about having kids. I would always say, like, I want to lose weight and get healthier before I get pregnant because I knew what an important role that my body and my health played in having a baby. Unfortunately, my health impacted my hormones and I got pregnant unexpectedly. When I was going in,
if Buddy's shooting up the club, like nothing's unexpected here, but also like that would be a very high risk pregnancy from my understanding of things. So I could see how that could be scary for a woman that's overweight.
Every 2 weeks to the doctor's office for my pregnancy appointments, I realized how serious my weight was and how far it had gone. As my pregnancy went on, there were different things that happened that just scared me. I remember at about 20 weeks, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. Up until that point, I had been making efforts, but I was like, at this point, I know I need help. That's when I started looking into weight loss surgery.
They diagnosed me with high blood pressure too until they realized that I was just really fat. Like I had to walk across the doctor's office, which was a chore for me at 600 pounds, okay? Let's not get that twisted. And then I needed a good 5 minutes before my blood pressure went back down. My heart be sitting there, boom, 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 boom. I walked like 100 feet. It was disgusting.
Scared about it because I was a high-risk patient, but I knew that the surgery itself and the healing from it was short and that the long-term benefits of it were gonna far outweigh my fear of it. I had my bypass in January of 2018. From the minute I was cleared for physical activity after my weight loss surgery, I went and joined a gym. I would go and I would put in 10 minutes, I would put in 20 minutes, I would put in 30 minutes, and over the year and a half, I was able to work that up and to have like an hour-long workout where I wasn't able to do that before. At my heaviest,
it's kind of crazy, but you start out with small things. Like I remember they cleared me, I think it was like 3 months out of surgery, but walking to the end of the street for me, and it's not that damn far because you can walk one way or the other way. Walking the one way that was, it's probably like 300 yards there and back. That's all. But I couldn't even do that. So I finally worked my way up to that. I remember I almost freaking died on the way back the first time. And then I just bought some dumbbells, started working out with them. I'm like a year into that process now. Because you will lose a lot of muscle after surgery if you don't do something like that.
I weighed around 375 pounds. I hit 160 pounds around the fall of 2019. And then I have been maintaining since the end of 2019. I work out as much as I can. Typically it's between 5 to 6 days a week. I didn't think I could get to this point where I could be as active as I am, but that's coming from nothing. So I have a lot of respect for my body now. Right now I'm just focused on taking care of it.
Isn't it kind of funny how you can go from just like not giving a damn about your health to absolutely like caring about what tomorrow brings and if you're going to be a healthier you? It's just, if you would have told me 2 years ago that I'd be a guy with a skincare routine, I would have told you to go after yourself. You're out of your damn mind. But Sean puts on that damn skin cream every day now.
Currently, I weigh between 155 pounds and 160 pounds.
And do
There's a lot of stigma around gastric bypass surgery, that if you choose to do it, you're choosing the easy way out. But when you look into it, I have surgically altered an organ of my body. I have to relearn how to use this body now. I had to learn how to eat smaller meals throughout the day because my stomach only holds so much at one time.
I won't call it the easy way out. Is it easier to lose weight? Yes, but it comes with its own set of challenges, so I wouldn't call it a cop-out, but it's giving yourself a definite boost and a definite better chance, right?
In the fall of 2019, I was experiencing a lot of pain around my abdomen and my middle section where I had just loose skin from where the weight was sitting on me before I had lost it. So I had a paniculectomy, and that also was really hard. That recovery time was almost as bad as the recovery from my weight loss surgery, just without.
Honestly, I'm just trying to put on as much muscle as I can before I have to have some kind of skin removal, because you can't get away with getting to the size I got and not have loose skin. It's just everything's perspective in life. You just have to look at it like, hey, this loose skin is proof that I've been somewhere, I've been to like a dark place, and I've worked hard to get away from it. You can't just sit there and stare at it in the mirror and be like, I hate this. I choose to like it because it just means I'm doing the right thing now.
Without the complication of relearning how to eat. I am very, very proud of the way I look now. I still have excess skin everywhere because I just had that much excess weight on me, and that's something I have accepted. Do I love that fact? Nope. But it is what it is.
It's hard to get used to.
Hi! You look so pretty. I had just had my weight loss surgery in January of 2018, and that summer I made the decision to want to go back to school. That's where I met my...
She got lucky she beat the pandemic though, because that effed my whole process up, buddy. I was up and down. I was cussing out doctors, getting kicked out of the program, getting let back in the program. I was a whole, like, trailer trash, like, dumpster fire of a weight loss surgery process. It was pretty funny, like, looking back on it, but I definitely made it more difficult than it had to be, and then that made it more difficult too, so.
My friend Bailey, and it's interesting because I was only about 4 or 5 months post-op when I met her. She basically got to watch the whole transformation. You gotta check this out. Check it out.
Dude, that is insane.
Look how, like, just wide.
Oh my God. Dude, you could wear that as a dress.
I do wear it as a dress. It's like, how? I just don't understand.
I gave all of my oversized clothes to, like, family members that are still bigger. But yeah, I have maybe a couple of those shirts left and stuff. I still have my old jeans, like the one pair of jeans that I have. Them suckers are size 60, and I think I could probably get them just about up over my shoulders at this point.
Like, this used to be my shirt. I used to fill this.
It's nice when she can appreciate, like, growth I've had in situations. She'll be like, you wouldn't have been able to do that 3 years ago. When we met, we talked, and, like, I just, like, gushed out to you guys, like my whole life story. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we cried after.
Oh, yeah.
High five.
Yes. Feelings.
I feel like you were just kind of learning how to love yourself almost.
Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to just think of myself as myself instead of just this character that built up.
You're growing a lot.
I'm a lot, yeah. I am very proud of what
She should be very proud of herself, but those self-esteem issues, they don't just affect overweight people. It could be your nose, your eyebrows, it could be anything. Like, look, I got a damn eyebrow right here that comes to a point. I really think God was just trying to give me horns and he messed up and gave me like a pointy eyebrow instead. But like, there's always going to be things about yourself that you don't like more than others. But it's just what makes you unique, and it's what makes you you, and nobody can be you better than you.
where I am and how far I've come and the work that I've put in.
You looked so baby faced.
Well, it's because I had all that fat on my cheek. When I was really big, my self-worth and my world in general was just very small. Now that I am past that, I literally just feel like I can do whatever I want.
Hey, look!
I feel like a completely different person. I remember that.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh my God. Also at the same time, I feel like these steps were the steps I needed to get to the person that I was always supposed to be, the person that was.
You know, it's crazy how you feel like you were just spending all those years like being someone you weren't supposed to be, and now you're who you're meant to be. It's a good feeling. I'm still working on getting there. This lady looks like she's there. I couldn't be happier for her process and just how much growth she's had as a human being.
Always there to begin with. I just didn't have the tools until now to let myself be that.
Well, I guess that's the end of her story, but it was just a nice kind of upbeat, feel-good story. I didn't have a lot of time today, so I just did a short video, but yeah, it's always good to see somebody who just like saw that there was a problem, decided to do something about it, made all these positive changes and took their life back, and now the only thing she has to watch out for is unexpected pregnancies and her husband gushing out somewhere, because I don't know how she just accidentally got pregnant. I'm pretty sure she knew how the hell that happened. But alright guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.